sit. We always have Sandy sit at every doorway. And I step in just to practice her real good sit stay. I step back next to her. Okay. We walk in, you're by yourself, you gotta do a little left-hand circle to close the door. And of course, every time that you walk with her, you wanna be turning left. I'm turning left again. Have her sit in front of this little exercise we're gonna do. And with my right hand, I'm gonna pat her chest and say, go. She's gonna hop up on the box. I'm gonna say down. She was already gonna go down anyway. And then I'm gonna reward her for staying on the box and staying in it down. For her, we're using this little box. We're putting the mat on the box at first, and she's only had been here for like half of the program, but this is a video just showing you how far we've gotten so far. For dogs that can't sit still, and she was one of those dogs that had a real problem sitting still and wiggly and had absolutely no focus, like to an extreme extent. Practicing on the box for a while really helps the dog stay in one place. It's not a long drop, but in her mind, she needs to stay there because she doesn't want to fall off. No? Good. And you're treating it just like you treat it on the floor, where she'd lay on the mat and you reward her and she'd stay there, but except that she's on this box. And we're going to try this without the box. Good. At your house, I'm pretty sure that after being here for a couple of weeks, I think it's been now, that she can do it on the floor without the box at first, at your house, hopefully. So just wanted to show you what we've been doing here and how she does it here, and see how it's a stay. I can walk all the way around both ways, and she stays in a down. And I'm also going to try some other things that are a lot harder for her to handle as well. Good. Make sure that you always reward her by putting the reward on. I'm going to do it to the side of her so you can see this. No. Make sure she doesn't touch your hand. No. Good. Make sure she's not touching your hand. You lay it on the mat and you withdraw. She takes it off the mat. She's not to be grabbing out of your hand. This is an exercise where she's calm, relaxed. She'll get more and more relaxed every day she does it. And she stays focused and in a down stay, and she's respectful of you, so she does not grab food out of your hands. Nope. See that? Good. So she's gone from just being completely out of control and grabbing it to, see how she's really starting to wait now, and you see that she's like this far away. I withdraw, she takes it off the mat. That's what you want to have her do as well. So we can also, in a house, we can do all kinds of things. Usually sitting down is an invitation for the dog to jump up and come over. She can handle that now. Good. Always do something. If she's successful, come back, reward her, try something else. This is always a hard one. The front door, really hard for her. So opening it, stepping out, that's the first step. Come back, good. Good. Let's try something even harder. If you're going to do something really difficult for her, it's okay to remind her what you want her to keep doing. So before I do this, I'm going to say down, just to remind her what to keep doing. Close the door, knock on the door. Good. Very good. Good. 2 days ago, she couldn't do that. So you see, we're at the point where she's starting to learn at a deeper level. But we're not finished yet, although she's going home today, so that's why I'm doing this, so you know what to keep doing. Doorbell, nail flap, and knock. Wow, that's really good. She's starting to get it. Good. She's excited, wagging her tail, very excitable, as you know, but still having enough focus to stay in it down, not jump off the box, which she was doing just a couple of days ago. Let's try something that's even harder. Down. This usually gets them. That's a biggie. Very good. So she's getting a lot better. Good. See, if you just wait there, she's trying to wait. She's doing her best at this point to wait and not touch the food until I withdraw. So you want to make sure you do everything exactly the way I'm showing you. When you're about to release her, I always do just what I call a little cool down, do a little just basic down stay. I walk around her both ways just to kind of finish up here. Reward, Good, she gets a reward. And then the way that I release her off the mat is I stand back next to her, pat my leg and say, okay. And then I say, sit, because in this case, we're gonna go back outside. I'm gonna have her sit at my doorway. I'm gonna do my little doorway exercise here. She pops up, you say no. Do a little circle like this, and just gently but firmly put her back. Just a little bit of tension and put her back. All I said was no. Don't say sit again, just say no. You never repeat a command. And then she waits till I come back next to her, I pat my leg and say, okay. And then on the outside, I'm gonna let her have a little free time, have her sit, and go, and now she's free and I take off her leash and she can run around and have a little free time. Sit. I'm going to show you our little crate routine here. I actually like to have her sit in front of the crate, so if this happens, you just say, okay, do a little circle and position her sit more in front of the crate door. That's better than it was. And then she has to wait while you open the door like this. No. See how she loves her crate, but she wants to go in there where in her mind all good things happen. She has to wait. Nope. No. See how that works now? No. And if she makes that many mistakes, you say no, and you do a little reset. That reset's really important. It gives her a chance to do better the next time. Reset her mind. So now she's waiting, and I say, go. Notice I'm not restraining her. There was no tight leash there. She really is waiting in a sit stay for me to allow her to go in the crate. She went in, she turned around, I gave her a treat. I'm gonna take off her little training collar in here. Close her crate door. And then hang this leash on the door. And the collar is hung on the door. The leash you can put wherever you want. Her routine at our house here has been to be in and out of this crate all day long, in and out, in and out. Lots of time out in the yard. In your case, it's probably going to be walks. She sleeps overnight in the crate. I feed her in the crate, give her treats, chewies, all that kind of stuff in the crate. And she's just used to that routine, and she's done very well. And of course, obviously, you see that by the way I handle her regarding the crate, that it's a tool for training. You're just not just letting her run in and out with the door open and close the door behind her. She needs to wait for permission to go in. She needs to wait for permission to go out. And you're going to take her out. You're going to hook her up. This is what we've been doing. I suggest you do the same thing. Hook her up to her little training collar. See how she's waiting? She gets a reward. She waits. If she tries to come out, no. Give this a little token slam like that. Nope. Reward. Because this is a very important boundary that if you control it and she waits for your permission to come in and out, she's going to take you more seriously out in the street as well. So I reach in there, hook her up to actually put the collar on her, and that collar is right beneath her ears. It's the collar that's the highest up above the other collars. And the leash is already attached to it. You attach it before you put it on her, so you're all ready to go. She's waiting. She's been really good, so another reward. While I stand up, and then I say, okay, and that's what gives her the permission to come out. Do a little left circle, and close that door because she needs your permission to go in and out of there. That's a very exclusive place for her. You will be a very much more important person in her life than you are now if you control her access in and out of her special place, her den. That's the way she sees it. Okay. I'm going to have her sit. Now her little issue still is the reward part, so watch what she does. Good. So she has been jumping up and getting crazy when you give her the treat because somebody's been rewarding her in a certain way that makes her want to jump. So in order to have her do something different, you see what I did? She's looking up at me. It's always eye contact. And you need to go, good, straight down, like in her mouth. Don't hesitate or else she's going to jump. Somebody's been going like this or something, and so she got really used to jumping up for the treat. So no more of that. Do it exactly the way I show you here. And stay is built into sit. You don't have to say stay. You can just walk around. She just has started doing this in the last few days. So this is very fragile, but as you can see, she's doing it. So if she were to pop up, you'd say no, you'd do a little circle, you'd reset her, and then you'd do it again and make sure that she did it the successful way. Good, reward, and then you either walk her, okay, like that, to release her, or sit with your right hand, go, pat her chest and release her. Those are the two ways to release her out of a sit. When I am practicing the recall, the come command, I always have the leash on my left hand, reward in my right. When I'm practicing, I always back away when I call her to come to me. And it would be, come, she comes to me, good. Her little nose touches your right hand target, which is a fist with the reward inside, and you open it and you say good at the same moment. So let's do it again. I'm going to create a distraction so she's way over there and I can call her away from this piece of food. Go, so she goes over there, and I say come, call her back to me, see that? Good. You back away and the dog is drawn to you. She's after this target. She wants what's in here, and she'll even come to this now, even after just 2 weeks. She'll come to this without any food. She doesn't know it's empty, so you always use this in an emergency with no leash, with no treat. Pretend like you have it, and 9 times out of 10, even now, she'll just come running to you. But you want to keep practicing this so it gets better and better. And then you're always grabbing the leash with your left hand. So I'll do it one more time so you can see it. Go, right? Come. Good. See how that worked? Everything happened at once. I said good, she got the reward, I grabbed the leash so that I had her. And she will help you even now. She'll just turn and be on your left automatically, as you can see right now. So you want to just practice in this way. 6-foot leash is really important, or longer. And of course we're going to practice when I come to bring her to you as well. Okay, leash walking, keep that leash loose. See how slow we're walking? Sandy's not pulling me. The most you'll have to do is like a little prompt, like, see that? Just little prompts. Okay, always turn left, come on. Coax her to catch up if she wants to sniff or whatever, never pull her. If she goes ahead of you, it's a little, you're just like tapping, it's so easy, there's no rough stuff here. Always turn into her. Sit, you can do little sits at the end of those turns. Good. We're not finished with the training, but I just wanted to show you how far we've gotten in 2 weeks because she's coming back to you today. So we have no leash pulling. Okay, I'm doing a lot of left circles like this. When I walk her, sit, and then a sit, and reward, and then okay, and another left circle, and sit, and good. Just down the street, I'll do 6 or 8 of those in a row. I'm gonna go back in the shade now. Okay, when I'm turning into her, I'm always turning left. I'm never turning right. You turn right, you're gonna have a tight leash, you're gonna pull her, she's gonna get stressed. Loose leash, always, always, always. If I'm gonna release her, I'm gonna have her sit. Hi there. I'm gonna have her sit, go. And when she's walking, sniffing, peeing on free time, whatever it is, it's always loose. No more of this, none of this, none of this stuff, none of it. It's a loose leash. If you're having any kinds of issues with her trying to pull you right away, you come, call her back to you. Good. Do that 6 or 8 or 10 times. In the course of 60 seconds, you'll see the pulling really greatly diminishes. Have her sit at boundaries and wait at boundaries before the walk. You'll start the walk with her being much calmer. Do not let her drag you out of your house or your apartment or your condo, down the hallway or whatever, through the doorway, and then try to start to train. It never works that way. It never has and never will. So the training starts on the inside of your doorway, and you hook her up with her leash, and you make her wait at the front door, and you do that front door exercise that we videoed for you. That's the way to start the walk, and do it at every boundary until you get down to the street. And that's the only way that I've gotten as far as I've gotten in just 2 weeks with her, you know, from being really excited and out of control to not pulling anymore and being much calmer, as you can see. And we've had distractions here. I just said hi to him, and there's people behind us which you can't see. So, you know, as long as these techniques are continued, she'll just keep getting better and better.